My name is Bagurina, and this is my persuasive essay or presentation about something that I'm very passionate about. So we're all sitting here in this classroom and we're all enrolled into this class, correct? So we all enroll into college. And college is getting more expensive every year. As you look around, it's like getting more and more expensive. And if you have some kind of talent, or if you are a very extraordinary person, then you probably have scholarship. But if you are an average person and you don't have any talents, you are just like me, then you have to pay for your school. Unfortunately, my parents were not so lucky and they didn't have opportunity to save money for my future, for my college. So I have to pay now on my own. And now when I have a child on my own, I start thinking about it and I talked to my husband and we decided that we really need to start prepare for our son's college. We need to start to prepare saving for him to have a successful future. So prepare for college. How can you prepare for college? You need project family expenses. So a lot of people do not project family expenses. They don't plan accordingly. So 60% of the population say that they don't track even their spendings, or 2 in 5 adults saying that they've never even tried budgeting. That's all according to the Certified Financial Planner Board of Standards. They took 300 adults and created a survey. And those adults were between 35 and 65 years old. And you know what? After that survey, 43% of those participators said that they described their budget as just like a tracking tool. They just check their expenses, which is not the correct way, because you need to plan budget in advance. You need to plan all your expenses in advance. So, and you're gonna think about it, but there's a way to budget. So first, you need to bring all the adults together. You need to bring your husband, your wife, so you start working together and you create those goals, those priorities that you're gonna work on. Then you start tracking your income compared to your expenses. And they recommend that you start that by tracking all your expenses 60 days. So whether it's your bank accounts, whether it's your receipts, but you just track them to understand your financial situation. And then after you evaluate that situation, you start to trim the cost. Sometimes you need to trim the cost. You look where your spendings go and if it's too much. So you look, for example, maybe eating out, you're doing it too often and spending too much money. Then maybe you can substitute eating at home. And it's good anyway because it's healthier. And then you build your savings. And the first thing you need to look also that your debts. Every money you saved at the beginning, you're paying off your debts. And only then you're gonna start saving those money for the future. And you need to check in. Every so often, situation's gonna change because life is unpredictable. So every time situation changes, you need to look and evaluate your financial situation again and again and again and stay on that route, stay on the goals that you decided. That's how you save money. But yeah, that's your expenses. So what is another way you can prepare for college? That's right, create a plan. If you think about it, on average, when the person graduates from college, how much do they have in debt? 5,000? 10,000? 15,000? If Wall Street Journal say the average in 2018, the average student in debt had about $37,000. Imagine that, $37,000. That means they're gonna start after the college, they're gonna start paying their debt until probably their own kid is gonna go to college. And there's a way out of it. All you need to do is start creating a plan and start saving money. You open a college fund. Maybe you do educational saving account. Maybe you do educational IRA. If you want to save more money, you can look into the 529 account. And there's also such a thing that we start looking with my husband into is the UTMA or UGMA, which is the Uniform Transfer or a gift to your minor act. So the interesting part about that the savings from that account can be spent not just for the college. You can spend for something else that is important, right? Now, what is the most important way to prepare for college? That's right, start now. You need to start now. So I'm gonna give you a scenario right now. You have a child, and from the moment he was born, you're gonna start saving money. Let's pretend you're gonna start saving $25 a week for 9 years of his or her life. And then at the end of the 9 years, your account will have $11,700. And then you decided you're gonna stop, and so those money gonna be in your account until he or she goes to college, until they're 18 years old. By the time they're gonna go to college, if your account earns about 6% of a year, then you're gonna have about $26,750 for him to start the college. And now let's pretend and take the same scenario with the same factor in the same amount of money, but you start saving money when he or she 9 years old until she goes to college 18 years old. So you factor in the same amount that you saved $11,700 with the same 6% return. You're gonna have $15,800 by the time they're ready to go to college. That's it, just $15,800. And if you compare two scenarios, scenario 1 and scenario 2, you'll see that there's about 11,000 difference. Imagine that, 11,000, and you know why? Because the power of compounding. So let's review. Prepare for college. How can you do that? You project the family expenses, you create a plan, and you start now. Prepare for college. Thank you.